Hi guys. I wanted to remind you of something very important when we ask for anything we ask for, right? So I've been praying for some amount of money for the last 5 years because I wanted to do something very specific with that. And I didn't see myself able to work for the money in that way that I feel like I'm capable of making it happen myself. And when I changed this approach towards money, or when I made myself aware of the fact that we have to work for money. So we go to work, we deliver our energy in whatever kind of way, our physical work, and receive that money. Because of me being highly sensitive and empathic, I had issues with that for all my life, to be able to feel like I'm worthy of receiving as well as worthy to set boundaries with other people. So the reason for many empaths of being broke or feeling broke is a blocked root chakra or difficulty with the root chakra, feeling a sense of self, feeling a sense of worthiness, feeling a sense of ability to take care of our needs, right? So a lot of times empath and feeling disempowered and feeling a sense of unsafety has a lot to do with how we were raised and how we were not being taken care of, how people were not taking care of our needs, our special needs as children, as highly sensitive, empathic children. I would consider children always to be highly sensitive and very aware and in tune. But there are people like empath and highly sensitive children who were maybe even more empathic, more sensitive, and due to our karma or trauma or karmic pattern, like karmic relationships and karmic depth or whatever karmic contracts, we were raised by people who were empathic themselves or even narcissistic and not able to take care of our needs in a proper manner. However, I deal with that all my life to feel worthy of putting my talents and abilities to certain work environments, as well as speaking up, as well as showing up as myself and being and being able to I'm so sorry and being able to show up and set boundaries with other people. That was always the main reason why I wouldn't see myself capable of working in certain situations or work environments, as well as not feeling like all my talents, abilities, and gifts as an empath, as a light worker, are being seen, validated, appreciated, and understood in the physical, right? Something very important to learn is whatever we pray for may sooner or later come into our lives. It's less likely that it comes when we are desperate of it, when we are playing the victim, when we are very needy, and when we are not taking action in a certain manner, right? So I was praying for a certain amount of money to do something very specific with it, but I never felt stable and grounded enough and worthy enough to receive money, right? So a lot of people are praying for money, for the relationship, for a partner, for certain material things, whatever. but only a few are really also able to receive what they are asking for. So we are praying for the money, we are praying for the relationship. What it comes from a disempowered state. It comes from a needy place, it comes from desperation quite often. Not always. A lot of times it also comes from, I want this amount of money to be able to do something with it that is like purposeful for the world, for myself, for the environment, for whatever. Or I want the partner because I want exchange of love. But if it comes from a disempowered place and state, if it comes from victimhood mentality, we might ask ourselves if we're not actually blocking our blessings by coming from a place that feels desperate and needy. Why would somebody be with us if we're coming from a desperate and needy and victimized place? Why would money come towards us if we actually underneath feel unworthy of receiving abundance? So in the last few weeks, I've been becoming aware of the blessings that were actually in my environment, and they had not a lot to do with material things. A few of them are of material art and of material manner, but a lot of that has a lot to do with understanding my worthiness of receiving love, blessings, abundance in whatever kind of way. You can take a walk in nature, you can walk by a river, by the ocean, and become aware of the abundance around you, the green trees and oceans and rivers and the water and the birds and animals, and understand how abundant nature is and feel abundant just by being there. You can become abundant of fresh food and fruits and vegetables or whatever. You can become abundant by appreciating your friendships, your relationships that are very joyful to experience, right? There's so many ways to experience abundance, and it's not always about material things. But the most important thing for us to experience and receive abundance is to feel worthy and to feel like we're not blocking it, right? So just one example, there you've been praying for money for a really long time, and for some reason at some point you receive money and you feel like scared of it sitting on your bank account because you feel like you're not capable of managing it, right? Or you are receiving a lot of money but you feel like unable to put it somewhere where its energy is appreciated, or where you feel like safe or worthy to have that amount of money, right? I became aware of that, and then there was a voice telling me, you've been praying for money or material things for so long, and when they enter your life, you say you don't want to have it, or you say you're not worthy of it, or you say you don't need that much. When you go higher, when you raise your vibration, when you heal, when you are healing your trauma, you also clearing blockages. And with healing comes a higher vibration. With a higher vibration comes more abundant, because you're not blocking any blessings coming your way. There's a partner, but there's a person interested in you, but you're shying away, or you are afraid of commitment, or you're afraid of like going on a date because underneath you're not feeling worthy. And you might brush it off with something like, oh, I don't want a partner, but you've been praying for a partner for the last 5 years, So be very honest with you here, why you don't feel like, or if you actually feel like that you're allowing blessings, or you're actually feeling like you're working on feeling worthy of receiving it. Be honest with you when it comes to receiving things that maybe come from unexpected places, but maybe you earned them. Maybe you've done so much karmic work, so much healing. Maybe you gave to people in places you don't actually allow yourself to take credit for, or allow yourself to see, or actually consider you've been helping them with your service of energy or kindness and compassion. Maybe the universe is wanting to pay you back. Maybe the universe is wanting to give to you, but you have to be able to receive as well. Because we can pray for abundance as long as we want to. If it comes in whatever kind of way, and we're not capable of either seeing it or receiving it, we won't ever be abundant, and we won't ever actually have what we want to have, because we can pray forever, but if we're not capable of receiving it, what's the point? So it's part of the most important step to receive abundance, to become being aware of the abundance around you, giving thanks, being blessed, feeling blessed, and then actually also allowing what wants to enter your life to enter it. I hope that was helpful for you. Bye, guys.